Today we're diving deep into the topic of Kizaru's potential betrayal, a subject that sparked considerable debate among fans in Japan. Observations of Kizaru's actions and statements might hint at signs of treachery. Notably, there have been moments in Kizaru's past, such as his indirect assistance to Luffy and hesitations during battles, that suggest he may not be entirely loyal to the world government. Furthermore, various theories about Kizaru's future, including the possibility of him joining the Revolutionary Army, are circulating. If this video makes you see Kizaru in a possibly more favorable light, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. And if you've sensed signs of betrayal in Kizaru's actions, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's get right into this intriguing discussion. First off, you might wonder if there's even a reason for Kizaru to betray. Upon close examination of Kizaru's character and actions, there are indeed plenty of reasons that could justify a betrayal. Let's start with a brief overview of Kizaru. As one of the three admirals at the Marine headquarters, part of the world's three great powers, Kizaru has held his position for over 2 years, embodying a justice that seems non-committal. His personality is somewhat aloof and carefree, which paradoxically makes him more enigmatic and arguably more sinister than his fellow admirals. From Luffy's perspective, Kizaru is an enemy, but not as frightening as Akainu, yet more mysterious than Aokiji, making his true stance somewhat ambiguous. His tendency to conceal his emotions has even made him a less favorable figure to his mentor, Zephyr, who considers their compatibility to be the worst. It seems Kizaru has always maintained this non-committal nature. The type of justice Kizaru champions, as mentioned earlier, is a non-committal justice, which stands in stark contrast to Akainu's absolute justice that seeks to eradicate evil at all costs. Kizaru's justice maintains a more balanced approach, more befitting of the Navy, compared to Aokiji's lazy justice. Even in the New World arc, where the Admiral's loyalties are tested, Kizaru maintains his position of neutrality. He seems faithful on the surface to both his superior, Akainu, and Fujitora, with whom he notoriously clashes. Unlike the self-serving Ryokugyu, Kizaru listens carefully and follows through with instructions, maintaining balance amidst these powerful figures. His ruthlessness is evident in his willingness to decisively take down former allies turned adversaries. Yet, he prioritizes objectives over unnecessary killing, sparing lives even when pushing foes to the brink. For instance, he incapacitated Sentomaru without taking his life. Kizaru possesses human emotions, as seen when questioned by Luffy about his intentions towards Vegapunk, revealing a rare glimpse into his personal convictions. This suggests that Kizaru's actions, while seemingly cold and calculated, stem from a deeper internal struggle with his orders. Initially perceived as a formidable force within the Navy at Sabaody Archipelago, deeper investigation reveals Kizaru's more compassionate nature, considering his friendships. Such complexities in his character fuel speculations about his potential betrayal, especially highlighted in the Egghead arc. Kizaru's actions in this storyline have garnered significant attention, hinting at a foundation for his possible defection. Speculation about his betrayal has been rife, predicated on his past behaviors and the character model he represents. Next, we'll delve into the nuances of Kizaru's actions and the more subtle hints at betrayal woven throughout the narrative. The theory of Kizaru's betrayal is notably popular, with much of the discussion revolving around the character's real-life inspiration. In the world of One Piece, many characters are modeled after actual individuals, and as revealed in the SBS sections, Admiral Kurouma Tensei is based on the actor Akira Kobayashi. Additionally, Eiichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, has mentioned his admiration for the movie Battles Without Honor and Humanity, which he considers a personal Bible. He expressed excitement just seeing characters modeled after Akainu and Kizaru speaking informally in the movie, which stars Bunta Sugawara and Kuni Tanaka respectively. Specifically, Tanaka's role in the movie, which involves betrayal, has led to speculation about Kizaru's potential disloyalty in the series. Even before the Straw Hat Pirates were able to use haki, about 2 years prior in the storyline, there were subtle signs suggesting Kizaru's possible betrayal. Next, we'll delve into the portrayals of Kizaru's betrayal within the series itself. In the story, there are 4 foreshadowings that suggest Kizaru might be a traitor. The first piece of evidence comes from Kizaru's actions on Egghead Island, which we have previously discussed. His hesitation to fight against Sentomaru raises a significant question. Kizaru, whose real name is Borsalino, has a deep connection with both Vegapunk and Sentomaru, with the latter even referring to him with the respectful term Big Bro, indicating a higher status among peers. This relationship hints at Kizaru being a mentor in terms of armament haki and combat skills to Sentomaru. Moreover, the exact nature of Kizaru's past with Vegapunk is unclear, but their strong bond is evident, as Kizaru frequently appears in episodes exploring Vegapunk's past. Considering such a close friendship, it wouldn't be surprising if Kizaru faced internal conflict over harming his friend. But what other evidence of Kizaru's betrayal is depicted in the story? The second indication of Kizaru's potential treachery is seen during the battle at Paramount War 2 years ago. There were several oddities in his actions, especially in his attacks against Luffy, which felt incongruous. Kizaru was the one who shot the key to Ace's handcuffs and also kicked Luffy. He even seemed to be about to deliver a finishing blow to Luffy, who was attempting to escape on Law's submarine. However, when viewed from another perspective, these actions could be interpreted as Kizaru allowing Luffy to escape. The scene where Kizaru attacks Luffy during the battle at Paramount War is particularly noteworthy. Given that Luffy had not yet mastered haki at the time, the choice of Kizaru to kick him instead of using a more lethal attack is intriguing. Kizaru, capable of fighting on par with Luffy as Nika, could have easily incapacitated him with a single strike. Given the premise that he used restraint in his attacks, launching Luffy towards the company of Jinbei and Whitebeard, it's as if he was ensuring their safety by propelling them to a secure location. Furthermore, possessing the capability to easily defeat Luffy, yet choosing to precisely shoot a laser beam to unlock Ace's shackles, and later intentionally avoiding a wide-range attack on Luffy, suggests a deliberate effort to facilitate Luffy's escape. While the true intent behind the final missed attack on Luffy remains a mystery, it's plausible to interpret these actions as aiding his escape by deliberately dodging other attacks. Viewing these actions not just as missed attacks, but considering the numerous foreshadowings, it doesn't feel out of place to infer that Kuma intentionally let Luffy escape. Reflecting on the events at Sabaody Archipelago, we recall Bartholomew Kuma sending the Straw Hat crew to distant islands for their safety, hinting at a larger scheme he might have been part of. Given his ambiguous stance on justice, it's conceivable that he was momentarily undecided on how to deal with Luffy. And then, there's the third season, which concerns the appearance of Kizaru. It's been observed among the Navy admirals that there are numerous hints and actual depictions of betraying the world government, and it's said that the condition of an admiral's eyes symbolizes the extent of their betrayal. This particular discussion is exclusive to the admirals depicted in the series, namely Akainu, Kizaru, Aokiji, Fujitora, and Ryokugyu. So far, it seems that the poorer the visibility, the stronger the tendency to oppose the world government becomes. Could it be that Fujitora, being blind, is always in opposition because of his blindness? Fujitora is blind and always unable to see. Aokiji hides his eyes with a visor. Kizaru wears sunglasses, and Ryokugyu sometimes wears sunglasses, sometimes not. And then, Akainu has no eye coverings at all. Indeed, Fujitora, even when he was with the Navy, opposed the world government, helping slaves escape during the incident in Dressrosa and at Marijoa. Aokiji, too, acted against the world government's ideology without letting the Navy catch on, eventually joining the Blackbeard pirates. As for Akainu, though he tends to be rather blunt, he does not oppose the world government's ideology, and Ryokugyu, though his actions as a lone wolf are prominent, tends to align with the world government. Looking at their actions from 2 years ago to present activities in Egghead, it can be surmised that Kizaru, while following the world government's orders, harbors anti-world government sentiments. For the world government, the order of threat might change from Fujitora, Aokiji, Kizaru, Ryokugyu to Akainu. Perhaps those who are blind are the ones who truly understand what justice is. And now, let's discuss the fourth reason. In episode 1103, we saw a potential betrayal by Kizaru against the world government. Throughout this episode, Kizaru seemed almost as if he was in a deep slumber. But the burning question remains, could he truly commit such an act of betrayal? This has sparked a lively debate among fans. The theory that Kizaru might be a traitor gains particular traction in the context of assisting Luffy's resurgence. During his time on Egghead Island, Luffy used Gear 5th in his battle against Lucci, decisively defeating the awakened Lucci. The subsequent fight with Kizaru turned out to be incredibly tense, but Luffy managed to secure a narrow victory. However, due to the prolonged use of Gear 5th, Luffy was completely drained, unable to move from exhaustion. This presents a dire situation, especially considering Saint Saturn still has 100% of his energy. Reviving Luffy for another fight requires meat, but under Saint Saturn's overwhelming power, no one is able to move a muscle. Mysteriously, however, there was food lying around near Luffy. Could it be that Kizaru was the one who left this meat? Possible providers of the meat include Caribou, who had previously supplied food to Luffy for recovery in Wano, and Katarina Devon, a master of disguise from the Blackbeard pirates, who could have infiltrated Egghead. But Caribou has no apparent reason to aid Luffy, as he did in Wano this time. Furthermore, it's unlikely that Katarina Devon is aware of Luffy's unique recovery method through meat, nor is it confirmed that she's even on Egghead. Considering these factors, the possibility that Kizaru placed the meat seems to be the most plausible explanation. But remember how Kizaru was immobilized by Nika's attack. How could he possibly have placed food near Luffy? Delving into episode 1103 sheds some light on this mystery. When Luffy pleads for food saying, "I need food, someone please," he is initially lying down. But after the food arrives, we see him propped up against rubble, indicating a change in his position. This detail might hint at Kizaru's involvement. Interestingly, amidst various foods depicted while Luffy eats, ramen makes an appearance. Kizaru's favorite dish is miso ramen. The presence of ramen among the food could be a subtle clue pointing towards Kizaru's role in delivering the food. Kizaru, seen discussing the belief in Nika alongside characters like Kuma and Vegapunk, seems to recognize Luffy as Nika in this battle. Given Kizaru's ability to move at high speeds and create duplicates, it's conceivable he could bypass Saint Saturn's watchful eyes to deliver food to Luffy. Perhaps Kizaru placed the ramen as a way of entrusting everything to Luffy. As Atlas mentioned, if one can move, placing food isn't difficult, suggesting an ingenious setup. If this theory holds, Kizaru's betrayal seems confirmed. Should Kizaru betray, his place in the Marines would be untenable. But what would his future hold? If Luffy's aid is exposed, there seems to be only one organization Kizaru could join. Let's discuss the potential organization Kizaru might affiliate with post-betrayal. This speculation hinges on the assumption that Kizaru has indeed turned traitor, and my guess is that he might join the Revolutionary Army. It feels like the most fitting choice. But what leads us to this particular speculation? There are several reasons for this anticipation. First, let's consider the connection between Kizaru and the Revolutionary Army. Is there any direct link depicted? Not explicitly. However, it's undeniable that Kizaru has deep ties with figures like Vegapunk and Sentomaru. And interestingly, the Pacifists are equipped with Kizaru's lasers. Vegapunk, known to be in good standing with Dragon, the Revolutionary Army's chief commander, has hinted at having understanding allies within the Navy. Given his close research partnership with Kizaru, it's plausible to consider Kizaru as one of these understanding individuals. Vegapunk and Kizaru share a close bond, and given Vegapunk's friendly ties with Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army, it's plausible to speculate Kizaru's potential affiliation with them. Considering the dynamics between the Navy, pirates, and the Revolutionary Army, joining the latter seems like the most suitable path for Kizaru. Furthermore, reflecting on the divergent paths taken by former admirals Kuzan and Sakazuki, with Kuzan aligning with a Four Emperor and Sakazuki leading the Navy, Kizaru's involvement with the Revolutionary Army would set up a compelling triad among these powerful factions. This theory, while speculative, suggests that Kizaru, known for his ambiguous stance on justice, might find a fitting place within the Revolutionary Army. Such a development would undoubtedly add an exciting twist to the narrative. With this, we conclude our discussion on Kizaru's potential betrayal. How do you perceive these unfolding events? The Egghead arc promises more twists and turns, keeping us all on the edge of our seats. That's all for today. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.